All right, welcome back to Queen Bee Acres. It is January 11th. It's about +3 out right now. Although with wind chill, it definitely feels colder. I'm just going in to check out my yard, just to make sure that my fence is still active and good. And I wanted to demonstrate and show some of the differences between the wooden hives and the Apimaye hives today. So I'm gonna show you the wooden conversion kit that I used on one of the hives in my yard, and also show you how you can interchange the wooden hives with the Apimaye hives if you still have equipment. I'm also going to check out, I checked on these girls a bit earlier and most of them are doing good. And yeah, I'm gonna shut this off and I'll be back. All right, my fence is putting out 6.8 kilovolts, so it's still working good. Awesome. So I had a concern of this being in front of the hive, and obviously bees cannot take their deceased out, but this easily comes out with 3 screws, very easily pops off. And I don't have my hive tool with me, but then you can just clean them out. This is always dead bees because they don't clean them out in the winter time, and you can simply just pull them out. If I had my hive tool, I could get further back in there, but this is very common. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go. I mean, I have to do this with even wooden hives. These girls here, they're coming in and out of here for the most part, but you see they have their dead in here too. And if I were to really clean them out, they got lots of dead bees in there as well. See, this is why I always have my top entrances, because the bottom will get full of snow. Yeah. Every spring, as soon as I can, I clean up these bottom boards, usually. But back to this. Sorry, bad videographer. Let's put this back on. That. Yeah, this fits in there nice and snug. There we go. Let's see if I got this angled right here. Oh yeah. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with the rest of my hives, is just go through them and clean them up. But you could do this when you need to. And then yeah, I don't know, I just leave it like that. It happens. But that's a good sign to me. So that these hives are active. We got bees coming out of them when it gets warm out. Fortunately, they die when they come out. This hive unfortunately died on me, and I could tell right away because there's no bees in front of it. So this is my one wooden hive conversion kit that I did, the Apimaye lid. I didn't even latch it down, which I will. I have got some latches. But yeah, so underneath here is wood. And I screwed this into my wooden hive. 2 hive. There's the front entrance, and it comes with the lid, of course. And then the feeders. And again, even with these ones, like I was demonstrating earlier, these can be unscrewed. See that? I didn't even put a screw in that one. So that side, clean out the bottom, and put it back on. So on a probably next weekend, I'll probably go through all of my Apimays and just clean out all the bottom trays, make sure that all of the bees can be cleaned out. Sorry for the wind. I'll see if I can get that fixed in my videos. So for all those who don't know me, my name is Desiree, and I started taking care of bees actually 4 years ago. I worked for a large apiary, about 100 hives. She was too busy to take care of it, and I basically was thrown into it and learning how to take care of 100 hives right off the bat. And they did really well under my care. And I fell in love with bees at that time. And so I was actually going to buy her out, but it didn't work out just fine. So I started my own apiary of 6 snooks 3 years ago. And since then I've doubled every year. And this last fall I've had 30 hives. And so I plan to keep expanding. However, this year I'm going to perfect my queen wearing, and I have to put you down for a sec. There's some things you can't do with one hand. Perfect my queen wearing and my bee breeding. I'm hoping this year to also get 5 of Randy Oliver's mite-resistant bee stock and add them to my bee collection. I have at least 1 queen that I'm very happy with. And also hopefully convince everyone to buy Apimaye hives because I think they're amazing, and go from there. So those who have maybe followed me on my other videos, I think I put you down again. Need 2 hands, it's way too heavy. Okay, in my other videos, we are off-grid. So we run off of a battery pack. It's in the basement, and we have our inverters that give us the power to our, right now, travel trailer in addition. This year, we will be putting solar panels in, which I am so excited for, because having to drag this gen in and out every day has been a pain. But I'm so thankful that my husband set it up so that we could charge with a small gen. And I'm gonna say, this generator has been a champ. Get it? Pun intended. And we've been charging our batteries every day for the past month with this gen. We have an automatic gen that should be starting automatically when our batteries get to a certain percentage with our gen rack. However, we already basically put too many hours on it, and it's just not putting out what we need. So another engine is needed, and also the display has stopped working, and so we don't know what's really wrong with it because the display isn't telling us what's wrong with it. This generator has not been the best generator. Don't recommend it for off-grid use anyhow, but we are just going to get a new engine for it when we get our solar panels, and it won't be turning on as often with our solar panels. So I drag this beauty in and out every day. But yeah, it works. We got our actual power system is running super smooth. We check on our batteries on a monthly basis, top them up, make sure they're fully charged, get them into float. There's a lot to it, and it's taking us a couple years to finally not have troubles with our off-grid system. But that was what I was doing there. And now, before it gets dark, I'm going to show you how the Apimaye hives can be used with the wooden hives and my recommendations for that. So, it is winter out, but I really wanted to show you this. And I'm hoping I'll make a better, more professional video when in the summertime. I just wanted to get this out there. So here's your beautiful Apimaye hives. I used these for nuke making last summer, sorry. Here's your feeders. You see videos on all of this. I thought that was poop. It's pollen patty, part of pollen patties. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. So I just want to show, here's a wooden hive. Now these hives, do not get hives that do not have the tongue and groove on the corners, okay? They are shit, okay? You need to get hives at corners like this. These are the most highly recommended wooden hives in Canada. They're from Propolis, and I will link them in the video below where you can get them. I'm working with this guy I met at a trade show a couple times. Super nice guy and his wife, and they make beautiful woodenware. Okay, I'm not downgrading woodenware. There is definitely a time and a place for woodenware. Don't buy woodenware and it looks like this, because see what's happening. I'm going to take you over here for a sec. This hive is, they separate in the middle. They're just not, your frames just don't sit properly. Okay, see? And you want to fall down and it makes a complete mess. I hate it. Anyway, I'm going to switch for demonstration purposes. I'm going to switch out this one and put this one on. But I just want to show you that these click in. The top one, these click in. I have to use 2 hands, so I got this one ready, and then this one ready. Sorry for my videography. I gotta get better at that. And I'm gonna put you down for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna clamp it with both hands at the same time. Okay, there's your woodenware snapped onto an Apimaye hive. And now, this is beautiful feeders that he makes, high quality, 3/4 inch. Now you can put another snap on either side and keep them going up if you like. And also, the supers will fit at the top. Like you can just mix and match if you want. Also, these will fit beautifully in here. So you don't have to get new feeders if you don't want to. You can keep using these. They fit beautiful on there. The wooden and the lids. And the lids fit on there too. Okay. Good. And then also those will fit. But also I wanted to show you, I'm pretty sure this one fits better on here. So give me a second. Right, I'm back. Okay, so I guess what I wanted to demonstrate is you can put, you know, your main brood box. I usually run 2 deeps. That's how I run my hives. But everyone does their thing. And then you can still put your, if you have wooden honey supers already, you still need to stick them on top. And if you want, you can clamp them down like I had with this one, which you can buy these separate, about 30 bucks. And then you can like clamp it all together and it just won't go anywhere. If it gets knocked over or you accidentally bump it, whatever. And also, these wooden feeders will also fit on top of your Apimaye hives if you want to use those as well. So give me a second. I'll show you that. So yes, like perfect. See that? Nice way around. And let's propolis that. So here you go. Your feeders. If you'd like to use top feeders, I don't mind using those, but sometimes your hives just need a little bit extra, or maybe you'll use the frame feeders, which will fit in here as well. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. You know, wooden frames or plastic, of course, fit in here. I mean, they're all standard, right? These are deeps. Feel nice and still. This is not very well. That's some drone brood frames, which I'm going to start using this summer. I'm excited to try that. I want lots of drones so that I can breed good. So yeah. Anyways, I've demonstrated the Apimaye hives and all the features that they have. I just want to show you how they can interchange with your woodenware. You can get, if you want to get a fusion hive, which is basically getting the bottom board, the latches and feeders for the top and the lid, I would just recommend you go and get the Propolis woodenware, because they are superior to other wooden boxes that you can get. And this is coming from experience of using lots of woodenware, old woodenware as well, that are not put together as good. So thanks. Please subscribe and like my videos. I plan to do a lot more videos in the next while, trying to make one a week for you guys to show you other things. I also am a contractor. I work full-time. Trying to develop my property, build up my bee business. I have a lot going on. I got a couple of beautiful kids. And so I try to get videos out as much as I can to demonstrate these hives and how beautiful they are. I don't know why there's not as many people so excited about them as I am. However, I hope to change that and make a difference in the bee world, not only with my Apimaye hives, but also insulated Apimaye hives. Also, queen breeding and creating beautiful Canadian mite resistant bees and queens for Canada. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.